the asters are coming on right now. Fantastic pollinators. We've got to have everybody. We've got to put food on the table, not just for that cow. If a cow doesn't eat it, I don't want it. Well, and I just want the big four. That's all I want here. Well, it doesn't work that way if you're going after a natural system. You got to gut up and take some things and watch. If you get stuck, then you know you need to reassess and move on to the next level. So, does that make sense now? Can you run home and start doing this? Something to think about, though, isn't it? So we're going to walk in here and identify grasses because you need to know these grasses. So come on, Brandon. Is this that tall spike or is that okay? And we have smut grass out here, which is all about calcium. Everything. What? Crabgrass. Here is putting a seed head on. It's fixing to senesce, isn't it? And so it's going to give back what it has in its body to the ground. Release that. 3 on. Everyone considers these kind of low-level grasses in a way, but we're coming. What? Philadelphia panicum. Okay. Do you have any sourgrass? Okay, up here. All right. So here we are with the monarchweed. Huh? Milkweed. You know, it's that latexy looking thing. And you want to pull up a plant. When your asters, I've seen asters where you pull them up before the rain and they are little bitty roots. And then you go back after the rain, and what they did is they want to hold as much water in the area as they can. So they get bigger. That straw expands that root. You need to look at this. What else is coming in by that cowpie? Is your cowpie? They did the A&M studies at my farm. Started those, and it was real interesting. Their first cut above it, what was there was that their steers should be growing 6 pounds a day. Well, that defied a little common logic. Okay. Carolina joint tail. Oh, tell me about this weed. We're seeing this or this forb. They're just weeds if you don't like them.
It's a midgrass that's a good sign of succession, I think, if you're in an early successional stage.
So if you're ready for this, it comes. It also is a problem in the fields because it's hard, for a pure person doing grain. So you got to look at the research to see if it was on rangeland or if it was on a farm. A monoculture type thing, and what the problems were. So make sure you understand all of that. Anyway, yeah. What? What?
I said, don't touch that one. I'll hold it. It's got thorns on it.
Yeah. Well, this one's got the stickers on it. This is the part of the nightshade.
Devil's tomato, we call it.
What?
Horse nettle.
Horse nettle. Okay. We have some of that occasionally, but we've gotten past a lot of that.
I don't know. But they have.
This is a bluet, I believe, and it's a part of the prairie. Is someone else? And you know what this is? Okay, I don't know who Ann is, but she said she knew your grasses, so come on. It's not a bluet. Okay, what is this one? Everyone's got this. Silverleaf nightshade. Okay, let's walk over here to these tall things and move y'all. Do you mind? Sorry. All right. Get these people blood flowing. Let's go and see.
I didn't know what that was.
That's
Scribner's panicum.
That's Scribner's panicum. That's good. Look here at the Scribner's panicum, Christine. That's good. It's going to do good. Ain't that? Okay. And this is Coreopus, which is a good form. Look at those little white roots. If you have white roots, you know you're pulling up calcium. You need calcium. You need white roots. on all this. What do you think, Stephen? He's going to tell us more about this new nutrition, how it gets in our body from the soil to the animal to us. Does that all sound good? Key, and keeping everything alive, something green all year long. So that's silver leaf blue stem. Is that right? Okay, where are you from? Lockhart? Who are you with there? Tim? Okay, all right. They're in my part of the country. I'm down by Granger. It's a pigweed.
It's been eaten,
Huh?
right?
What?
Pigweed.
Yeah, right. Look at that root on it. Look at that root driving down, breaking through that hard pan, and there we went. So, what do you think? Is this something that makes sense to you? It takes everything. You can't just get locked on in the biology. You can't just get locked on in the plant diversity. You can't just get locked on to any one thing. You got to be holistic. Holistic. Get with these grazers. Get with these educators. Because once you get it going, if you don't manage it right with your animals, man, you can take it down tomorrow. I can kill that energy in a heartbeat, and it's just not what we want to do. So, you got any questions as we walk along here? Now, y'all all know this too. You just haven't been aware of it. But you know it because you've been on the ground. And that's the beautiful thing. It's a marvelous gift that we ignore all the time.
You know what that is?
That's KR. But that's, huh?
Love-hate relationship.
I'm sorry.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Oh, a love hate. Well, it comes when you haven't done your job, when you haven't kept the biology
Okay, all
alive.
right.
Well, you can't do it overnight, but you can take shortcuts if you make sure the biology never goes hungry. And we do our protocol. We put down a dry mineral mix, thinking of all those different stages that plant's going to go through. The succession is so there'll be some food for the biology that wants to come support that. That's the way we do it. And then we're going to put down the biology so they won't be up and down. Boom and bust is a terrible thing when you're doing this. And never take it sharp. Never lick the ground. Don't let that happen. Yeah. Okay, and here's that same one. Do you know now? Where's our Brandon? Brandon, do you know? Here, do you know this one now?
No, ma'am.
You still don't know that one?
Still don't know.
Okay. Who has a plant seed? Who can identify that?
This one.
Yeah, you do. Good, good. Do y'all know KR Blue Stem? Prolific cedar, short, little stubby roots covering the soil. It's a step in the right direction, but we'd rather not have it. We'd rather have buffalo or something like that come in as we get to a 1-to-1 ratio.
I'll share an anecdote. I have a lot of KR blue stem going that way, and I am understocked. I don't have enough animals to graze, so a lot of my grasses are seeding, and the cows, my Dexters, love coming into the KR, and they'll come in and get the seed, and that's the first thing they go to is that seed head on the KR.
Whew.
So there's something good.
Right. Now, if you have pine grass or if you have KR and it's the seed head, if it shatters when you walk through it, it's it's viable seed. It's going to go down on the ground. Well, if you let them graze it at that stage, and it takes 3 days for things to work through a cow's all of her stomachs, and so if you wherever she goes 3 days, you just transport that seed bank over there. So to avoid that, you are going to make sure the seed is already dropped, or you're going to, before they graze, you're going to hold them off on it. If you want to spread that, and you have all the little blue, then you go put them in there when they have some of that seed dropping, And yes, it may not be as nutritional as the other time, but it sure beats buying a bag of little blue seed. And so you've just got to think about all these things that are happening. Is that over there ready to receive this seed? Don't just presume you can take an old prairie that's been nuked to death and just start planting and do good. You can make it grow for a while, but can you sustain it and let it take care of itself? Is that right, Tom Ross? Yeah, long term, but you can do it in a pretty short time, really, if you're doing the biology. Yes, and here is Linda. She's a certified, sir. Oh, okay. Anyway, let's move on here and tell us some more of these grasses. Take that with plant. Bristlegrass, bristlegrass. And what is this is usually means you're a little acidic. That works over here in the sand, doesn't it? But used to be a prairie here, and but you have a lot of fungal edges, and so this is an indicator. It's doing a job. Everyone has a job to do. They're just not an old weed trying to make you look bad.
Are you close to wrapping it up?
Is it time for me
Yes,
to wrap
ma'am.
up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do I have to take questions now?
You don't have to.
Okay, and let's look at the impact. Those cattle over there now are in the shade. Well, they look pretty full, don't they? And their hair looks pretty good. Well, that's good nutrition. I'm losing part of my hair, and I'm wondering where's the nutrition, sort of thing. So you're going to see different things, but you don't want to do boom and bust, where everything looks good and then it all goes away. You've got to figure that one out. So you have questions? Anyway, Brian will be here. If you want our cards, you're welcome to have them. We come do pasture walks all over. Yes, Jonathan. That's the flax. Okay, flax. All right, you gurus. Fine. So, thank you, and we'll be around.
Yes. So we're gonna go do a presentation with Brandon now, and then we are gonna take a little bit of a break so that you guys can go inside and water and sit down, whatever, and then we'll come back out again. And Betsy will be around at the breaks. I'm sure she'll be happy, and Brian too. Brian really knows more than Betsy, but he doesn't let everybody know. All right, so let's go and see what Brandon has to show us.